What's going on, guys? Georgia Texan 85 here, bringing you another Battlefield 4 gameplay. This is another PS4 gameplay, so I hope the quality on it's good. I know I say it every time, but the videos just don't do the PS4 quality justice. So, um, and I know in my last video I said that this might be a better game than Call of Duty Ghosts, and I caught a little bit of flack for that. You know, I still play Call of Duty, guys. I still love that game. Battlefield's been a good break for me. Some of the reasons that, I kind of have that opinion at times is, Call of Duty, I expect to do well every single match I play. I always expect to do well. And, I get frustrated if things aren't going the way I think they should go in that game. This game is a lot more laid back for me, just because I don't expect as much of myself, and I have gotten more adequate at the game, but I'm still not anywhere near the world's best at it. So, that has a lot to do with it, and I don't know. I've just been having fun with both games. Biggest reason also I'm bringing Battlefield is since I can't use my Elgato, I don't have the backwards capability of recording. So, if I get a really beastly game of Call of Duty, my PS4 might save it, it might not. Battlefield, I go ahead and start to save every game, and if it's good, I'll upload. If it's not, I'll just delete it. I could probably do the same for Call of Duty, but I'm afraid I'd just fill up all my space doing that. So there will be a Call of Duty video up tomorrow, guys. Don't worry. I just want to go ahead and get that out of the way first of all. I still love Call of Duty, so don't think I don't. But it's that time of year that the holidays are around, and you get to hang out with family and really bond and be together and all that. And with all that coming up, it kind of got me thinking about some of my favorite childhood memories, and really one of my most precious memories to me. Even though it really doesn't have anything to do with Christmas, but it does have to do with my family, and that was my grandpa. And when I say grandpa, I mean my stepfather's father. My mom remarried when I was very, very young, and that's actually when I moved to the state of Georgia. But my stepdad, his father, he kind of took me in. He treated me just like I was his grandson, and I would have never thought any different if that was not my actual grandpa. And I loved him very, very much. I looked up to him as a child, and he really cared a lot for me. And when my mom and my stepdad, I'm also very close with him, so we all have a great relationship. But when they got married, I was like I said, very young, and my granddad, or my stepdad's father, I'll just say my granddad, he was a little bit older, and probably about the time I was 9 or 10, he was in his 70s, so I mean he was on up there in age. But in the town I live in, there's one high school. It's a city high school. I mean, there's county high schools too, but the city high school, they have a football team that's usually very, very good, and they've won a couple state championships and all that. But if you went to the city schools, which I did up until the time I graduated, well, up until I started high school, but if you went to the city schools, you played any sports, that's what you always wanted to be. You wanted to be playing football for that team. Is the Purple Hurricanes is the mascot. I know that it's kind of a weak mascot, but like I said, state contenders every year, very good football program, multiple baseball state championships. But as a boy growing up in this town, you wanted to play football for the Purple Hurricanes. And I remember I loved going to the games. Every Friday I could go. Every Friday night when they played at home, I wanted to go. And my parents, they worked a good bit, so they couldn't always take me. And I obviously couldn't get myself there. So my granddad, who's in his 70s, he realized that I really like to go. And so every Friday, I'd get out of school, come home, and he'd come pick me up. And, you know, he'd come pick me up in his little tiny Ford Ranger, and he'd take me out to eat. We'd go eat dinner together, and he'd always take me to the football game, and me and him would sit and watch the game. You know, we really had a good time and really bonded doing that. And it didn't matter how cold it was outside, what else was going on. On Fridays, we were going to watch football. And that's something that really stuck with me. That's where we spent a lot of time together, and we got to really bond. And, you know, after he was gone, which, you know, he actually lived all the way through my high school years, and my freshman year of college is when he passed. But, you know, I didn't have that anymore, and, you know, it kind of bothered me for a while. You know, I still enjoy following high school football. You know, here in the South, at least in the part of Georgia that I live in, high school football is a big deal. So is college football, but high school football locally, everybody takes a lot of pride in it. So, you know, that's something I'm trying to carry on with my son. You know, I like to take him to games when I can, and I'm hoping that, you know, it's a good experience for him, that he gets to have something that he can remember that we did together that he really enjoyed. I don't know. I had that on my mind. That's one of my favorite childhood things I got to do, and just thought I'd share it with you guys. I guess just the time of year I was thinking about it, really miss my grandpa. So, you know, that, like I said, that's probably my favorite childhood memory. So, if any of you guys have any memories like that you're really fond of, and grandparents, parents, anything like that, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. That's pretty much it, guys. Remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. I'm gonna let the rest of the video roll. I think I'll go 24-14 playing domination. So this is Georgia Texan 85. I'm out.